Hi, I'm Dr. Hisham, creator of Dr. Hisham's Holistic Oral Care System. In this video, I want to show you how to simply understand at home and evaluate which mouth rinse is best for you and which you should never use. Unfortunately, most of them should never be used because they're not made for the human mouth and or the human physiology, and I'll show you exactly how that looks like. I believe that one of the main things that you should all be doing if you're using something for a lifetime every single day is to analyze what's in it and then what does it do for you. Not just take what's written on the label and, oh yeah, they say it's good, it must be good, it's natural, it's this, it's a big company, it's whatever. Stop being brainwashed. Be aware rather than beware. Don't be afraid. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to say be aware. So understand, analyze, read the ingredients. What do they do for me, for my normal physiology? What should it do for me? That's the most important question. How do I know this thing is working? Well, okay, it feels good or it feels bad, but it must be working. It must be working if it feels bad. That's a typical ad out there for mouth rinses. Feels horrible, but it's good for you. That's BS. Absolutely not true. If it feels bad, it is bad. One of the very first tests is the smell test. So if it's an alcohol mouth rinse, and most conventional mouth rinses have a lot of alcohol in them, they should have none, but all of them do, and a lot of the natural ones as well. You just open it. Before you open it, if the bottle has a child seal on it, because it's dangerous to give to children, ask yourself, why is that something that I'm using every day? So child seal, child seal, child seal. That by itself is a little question mark right there. If you sniff it, it smells of alcohol, you know that's bad. You put it in your mouth and it burns, that's bad. The burning is your cells dying. Don't do that. Don't kill your human cells every single day. That's inflammation inducing. That's pro-inflammatory. Like I said, you can read the ingredients, but that might be a bit complex and for some people to understand or take the time to evaluate. So look at the color. If it's colored, that's bad. That's all staining. And then the pH. What is the pH of this? Human alkaline saliva, human natural saliva is alkalized to pH 8 when we actually stimulate our saliva. So the parotid glands here make pH 8 saliva full of bicarbonate and calcium and phosphate and buffering to neutralize all acids to bring it back to just above neutral. So resting human saliva should be around 7, 7.2, 7.4. If it goes to down 6.8 pH, it's fine. But to maintain that, it doesn't stay like that. It has to be alkaline to then neutralize acids to come back to the middle. So we're always producing alkaline. If you're going to be using a mouth rinse, doesn't it make sense then that it should simulate that and stimulate that alkalinity? Well, to me it does, and by any physiological thinking and scientific thinking, it should be that. Unfortunately, there were no, and so far as I know, there are still no alkaline mouth rinses that are buffered to the correct human pH of 8, except mine. That's actually why I went and made it 14 years ago. That's the only reason I made it, because I couldn't find anything out there that works logically and sensibly according to science. Everything else was acidic. And there was one which was alkaline, but that was pH 11. That's ridiculous. That had sodium hydroxide, caustic soda in it. That's crazy alkaline. All the rest are acidic. So how does that look like? You can open it. I'll actually open them and put them in these glass bottles so you can see what I'm talking about, all these different ones. Okay, so we emptied out some of each of these mouth rinses into a glass so we can see how they look like and do the pH testing, which is very simple. You can do that at home, right in front of your eyes. So this one here, which says eco-friendly and whatever, I don't like the packaging, but anyway, it's not about the packaging here right now, it's about does it work. So almost clear, very few active ingredients in there. And when you put the pH paper in there, this is just normal pH paper. You can get it from any chemistry or pool paper, pool water measuring strips. So this is acid. If you want to see the color charts, basically, it is here. So very acidic. Yellow is quite acidic. For the human mouth, this is very acidic actually already. Green is getting towards neutral. Middle green is neutral, pH 7. pH 8 is very dark green, 9 is blue, and so on and so forth. So this is this indicator. Every every pH paper will have a guide with it. So this is very acidic. How acidic exactly? You want to know that, you want to geek out on chemistry, get a $50 pH meter from any hardware store, and you will see that the pH is 4 point something. Now, 4.8, 4.9, that is, let's just say 5. I'm giving them some leeway here. So pH 5 is 100 times more acidic than neutral pH, which is where teeth, gums, good bacteria, everything likes and needs to live within. So pH 5 will start to dissolve teeth, because anything below pH 5.5 will dissolve teeth. And before you dissolve teeth, you're dissolving flesh as well. So that's not a good idea. So this is quite acidic, even though it says natural and whatever. Basically, they're not intelligently designed. They're not designed for humans. This is one of the most common and one of the oldest mouth rinses, which, like I said before, everybody started to copy. I've done many of these videos over many years. Some are 10 years old, some are 5 years old. If you go into my YouTube channel, you'll find them all. So I've shown this again and again in different ways. I won't go through the whole story of the history of all this. You can see in some of my older videos. So you put that in this green color, which already is a bad sign. If it's green, why are you putting colors in it? Because it's just alcohol and water, really. And it smells horrible, and you know that this burns. So that's acidic pH. What's the pH of this? I can tell you right now from memory, it was always around 4.3, 4.2. That's 1,000 times more acidic than neutral, than where it should be at. Your human saliva. What you need to be using is alkaline to bring it down to neutral, not acid to bring it down to more acid. So you can see that there, it is quite acidic. And unfortunately, most companies in this oral care market just copy the big old ones, change the little things, call it their own. Some call it natural, some don't. It's all copycats, not okay. Another one here. You can see this is quite acidic, just like the others. There's no difference between this at all. Yet this one, by default, this one says the natural dentist. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous, because at least the claim is, doesn't say anything excellent here, even though they brainwash people with their marketing, but this is just not okay. So what's the pH of this? Oh, sorry, we did that already. Glass of water here, just rinse this out. Rinse the pH meter out so we know we're not confusing one liquid with the other. This has something in the 3s. This is even more acidic than the well-known acidic, alcohol-full, terrible mouth rinse that we have here. And yet it's called natural, and it's called something's got dentist on it, and it's just not okay. And if you read the active ingredients, it's just ridiculous, and it's colored. Everything is wrong with this. That's not okay. Not okay. So now that we've seen how acidic these conventional / so-called natural mouth rinses are, we've got to ask ourselves again, if you were to intelligently and intentionally design a mouth rinse that helps human physiology, what would it be like? Taste like, feel like, and what is the pH? Well, you don't have to figure out the pH, you just have to copy it. You have to reinstate it, which is pH 7.8 all the way up to 8.5, roughly around that region, average 8. So around pH 8 is what we want to be, because that's what the human body wants to be, not because of what we decided it to be. That's why I went and designed my mouth rinse to be that. So checking it out, so that's the alkaline mouth rinse. You put the pH paper in there, and of course it goes green. And not any green, not the very dark or blue green, which is pH 9, 10, 11. It's around 8, 7.8 to 8.2, 8.3, anything in that range. Green. You want to measure it properly with a pH meter. Like I said, this is $50 from any hardware store. You don't need a $1,000 professional pH meter. And it should go 7.8, 7.9, 8, 8.2, something in that range. What is it saying now? It also depends on the temperature of the liquid. So where are we now? 7.9. Is it? Yep. 7.9. So based on the temperature and based on the sensitivity of the meter, it will be around 8. So that's a simple chemistry test that you can do at home with pH meter or with pH paper. Check the mouth rinse that you're using. Check any product that you're using. If it's for your mouth, it should be pH buffered, pH buffering to help your saliva do what it's supposed to do, not be acidic to make you even more sick, to reduce the pH inside your mouth, that is, promote the growth of bad bacteria, start to dissolve teeth, solubilize and soften your gums. Best analogy I would give you is, how do we soften meat before we cook it? Either soak it in lemon juice or red wine, or some people in vinegar. Any acid, including our own stomach acid, will dissolve collagen, will solubilize the collagen, will soften the meat. That's why we have acid in our stomachs, to dissolve the flesh or all the food that we ate. So you put your meat in acid, it tenderizes it. That's why lemon juice dissolves gums and dissolves teeth. That's why red wine, actually all alcoholic drinks and all fizzy drinks and all soda drinks and kombucha and all these acidic drinks, they dissolve teeth and soften because they irritate and break down your collagen. Well, the last thing you want to do is go ahead and rinse with acid first thing and last thing in the morning and last thing at night every single day for your lifetime, thinking that it's doing you good. It's not, it's doing you bad. So please think about that, test your stuff out, just look at it. If it's colored, it's bad. If it's acidic, it's bad. If it's alkaline, it's good. And then specifically go into the ingredients, read them, see what's good, what's bad, make informed choices, be aware, don't beware, don't walk around scared, just be aware. Who's trying to sell you what, for what purpose, is it giving you benefit? If it's not giving you benefit, they don't deserve your profit. Simple as that. If it is, and you can choose better, then we've earned our right to serve and to profit from giving benefit to others. Until I see you next time, always aim to look better, feel better, and be better. Thank you. Take care.